Impetuous. My name is Matt. Today we're going to be looking at Malifaux 3rd edition, Witches and Woes, Rotten Harvest Special Edition. So this is a pre-assembled special edition set for Halloween that came out a couple of weeks ago. Well, back in October really. So this is Pandora, Sorrows and Poltergeist keywords. These are pre-assembled miniatures, so they're going to look like this. This is just on the back of it. Some great kind of characterful art and a nice alternative to the current Pandora scope, which I don't have, but I would like to have. So let's just crack this open and put this upside down. And pop the box over there. So inside, obviously you're going to get the bases. So the Malifaux kind of style beveled bases that are pretty just the standard sort of affair that you think. You'll get a large base for the, well, we'll figure that out in a minute, and 3 of the smaller bases. Okay, and you also get the special cards, so let's check out Pandora. Let's find the Pandora miniature. So that's this one. So let's just take a look at her in here. It's very nicely detailed and highly textured. I really like it. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to paint her, especially in this little bit back here. And she comes on one of the usual 30mm bases. So this is Pandora's card. Let's look at some reflection. Pandora, Master, Living, and keyword is Woe. Abilities, Defense 5, Willpower 6, Movement 5, and Size 2. Terrifying, 13. Let's get that a little bit closer so you can read this while I read through it. After an enemy model targets this model with an attack, the enemy must pass a Toughness 13 Willpower duel, or the action will fail. Defense, Willpower, with masks. Dark Thoughts. After resolving the attack, model gains stunned. Misery. That's the next one. Once per activation, after an enemy model within 6 gains stunned, or a condition listed in the model's opportunist ability, this model may either move up to 2 inches or have it suffer 1 damage. Mood swings. If this model is the crew's leader after an enemy model within 6 inches is chosen to activate, this model may discard a card or a pass token to choose another enemy model in line of sight that has not activated this turn. That model must activate instead of the original model. So once per turn you can make your opponent activate a different model. Opportunist. Any condition. Before performing an opposed duel, this model may end any condition on the opposed model to receive a plus to that duel. And she has 12 health. So that is all her just general abilities. And now we get into her attack options. Self-loathing, range 10, stat 6, willpower. Choose one of the target's non-shockwave attack actions. This action gains the effect. Cost and any special restrictions of the chosen action, enemy only. Crushed Ego. When resolving, resolve the effect of any target, any trigger, on the chosen action with a suit in the target's final duel total. Delay. Target gains slow. Fears given form. Once per activation. Oh, so this is a range 10 shooting attack. Stat 5 and toughness 13. Once per activation. Shockwave 2, willpower 13, damage 2. When resolving friendly woe models, may ignore the effects of this action. Mass hysteria. Push models damaged by this action up to 3 inches in any direction. Next is the tactical actions. Despair's influence, range 10 inches. Discard a card. Friendly woe only. Push the target up to 3 inches in any direction. Until the end of a phase, the target adds the suit of the discarded card to its final duel totals. Grasping Tentacles. Range 6, stat 7, toughness, target number 12. Until the end phase, before an enemy model within range moves, if that move was not caused by a friendly model, until the end phase, before an enemy model within range moves, if that move was not caused by a friendly model, the distance moved is reduced by 2. Tentacle Push. So this is a mask trigger. Friendly role models within range may push up to 2 inches in any direction. The box opens. Enemy models. This is a range 6, stat 7, target number 14. Enemy models within range must pass a target number 14 willpower duel or suffer 2 damage and gain stunned. So that's her. Up next is Poltergeist. And which one is Poltergeist? That's this guy. So here we go with a nice little pumpkin head. Again, really cool looking miniature. I'd paint this guy before you glue him down so that you can make sure you can get all the cool effects underneath him. So that's the miniature. Let's look at the card. So Poltergeist, it's an enforcer, a totem for Pandora, and cost 4 soul stones. Defense 4, willpower 6, movement 6, and size 3. Incorporeal. Reduce all damage this model suffers from attacks by 1 to a minimum of 0. This model ignores terrain when moving and is unaffected by hazardous terrain. This model can move through other models and vice versa. Distraction. Enemy models within 2 of this model suffer a minus flip to willpower duels. Opportunist stunned. Before performing an opposed duel, this model may end the stunned condition on the opposed model to receive a positive flip to the duel. Misery. Once per activation, after an enemy model within 6 gains stuns, or a condition listed in this model's opportunist ability, this model may either move up to 2 inches or have it suffer 1 damage. Weeping Window. Enemy models within 6 ignore the Ruthless ability. And this has 5 health. So now let's look at the attack actions. Sharp Claws. It's a melee range 1. Stat 4 against defense. Target suffers 2, 3, or 4 damage. Mask trigger is Hopelessness. Target must have stunned. When resolving, the target suffers +1 damage. Glimpse of Insanity. Target gains stunned. It's a range 6. Stat 8 against willpower. Tactical actions. Telekinesis. Remove all markers within range. Telekinesis. So it's a range 4, stat 5, target number 10. Remove all markers within range. Enemy models within range must each pass a target number 12 move duel or suffer 1 damage for each marker removed by this action, to a maximum of 3 damage. Bloody Display. Enemy models within 4 of this model must each pass a target number 14 willpower jewel or be pushed 4 inches away from this model. So that's Poltergeist. And then we have the 3 sorrows. So let's take a look at the miniatures. So here's one of them. Again, some nice details on this that will hopefully come out really well when you try to paint them. Here is another one. And here is the final final sorrow. These are all very scarecrowy and incredibly creepy. But I'm wondering if this is bent and this needs to be straightened out. This scythe. Maybe need some hot water to straighten that out. And let's just look at the artwork on each card. This is the last one we looked at with the scythe. This is the one with the 2 kind of sickles. Let's look at this one. This is the second one we looked at. So this costs 5. It's a minion up to 3 and keyword as well. So defense 5, willpower 5, move 5, size 2. Incorporeal. So reduce all damage this model suffers from attack actions. From attack actions by 1 to a minimum of 0. This model ignores terrain while moving and is unaffected by hazardous terrain. This model can move through other models and vice versa. Life Leech. When an enemy model starts its activation within 4, this model heals 1 and the enemy suffers 1 damage. Opportunist Stun. Stunned. Before performing an opposed duel, this model may end the stunned condition on an opposed model to get a positive flip in duels. Misery. Once per activation, after an enemy model within 6 gains stunned or a condition listed in the Opportunist ability, this model may either move up to 2 inches or suffer 1 damage. Or have it suffer 1 damage. And then let's look at the abilities. So these are the attack options. Melee range 1, it's a stat of 5 masks and it's against defense. Target suffers 1, 2 or 4 damage. Hopelessness. The target must have stunned. When resolving, the target suffers +1 damage. Daze. Target gains stunned and is pushed up to 3 inches in any direction. And Glimpse of Insanity. Target gains stunned, ranged 8, stat 5, and it's against willpower. So tactical actions. Misery Loves Company. Range 8, stat 5, target number 10. Target a friendly model or a model with stunned. Place this model into base contact with a target. Separated from the pack. Choose an enemy model. This model is engaged with. If there are no other enemy models within 3 inches of the chosen model, this model may take a melee action targeting it. Okay, so that seems pretty nice. I'm still getting into Malifaux, so I can't tell you this is all super great. But I will be trying to play a demo game this coming weekend, so my friend Nick will be teaching me how to play Malifaux, which I'm pretty excited about. I've had a quick demo in 2nd edition with some Arcanists, but I didn't really get super into it. And I could never find time with fitting that in around playing in Infinity. but I'm pretty excited to try and get in a couple of games with Nick, hopefully this coming weekend. And let's try and figure out where everybody goes. Do you go in there? You go in. How on earth do you guys get there? You go there. You go there. You must go in one of these, surely. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. But, thanks for watching. If you're interested in Malifaux, please let us know. Drop a comment below what you think of these Witches and Woes sets. I know that there are some other items that were available exclusively during Halloween or through various other ways with Weird, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get hold of them. But if you do, please drop a comment below with what your thoughts about Pandora are. She seems interesting and very good at controlling your opponent as opposed to being a more direct damaging master, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and drop a comment below. And see you if I